Put a smile on your face, will you? Just come clean. If you come clean, you'll have a smile on your face. I don't ever really have a introduction or a departure. It's just another thought. All I have is another thought. It was literally quiet for the past half hour. As I was watching a live. I don't even know what it was about, but the lady was talking about something that happens with shotguns, and she was being shot, and she had a little girl next to her, as if that's like her little girl mentality. And then she's in an older woman's body, and she's talking about getting multiple shotguns at the same time, targeted area. So I'm listening to the conversation, and I'm thinking, this is what goes on with these women that see these dramatic scenes where shotguns go off multiple in the same bowling alley, because it was in a bowling alley. So when you're bowling in an alley and there's multiple, there's like people going in and out, you don't know who's going in, who's going out with a multiple bowling alley, then I started feeling bad for her, because it's like it's abusive to the brain to have to watch it and see it, and then especially with the little girl right beside you. You don't think you can come clean, but I'm telling you that you can. But it's only because you're watching my video and you know exactly what I'm talking about. The system has to run it has to run its course, and this is the tribulation of the ones that rejected Christ. The tribulation they have to go through now is whatever Satan has on you. So what do you think Satan had on Christ? Nothing. That's why he said, kill me before. Well, he didn't actually say kill me, but he said, I'd rather die on a cross than to have something in my stomach that's some type of a gadget wrapped around my penis that Satan has control of, and he can abuse you at any moment, at any time, more than usual. So I'm talking to you. I don't know exactly what house you're from, what your name is, exactly what it is that you did, but Satan has you by the balls. Do I have your attention? Satan has you by the balls. As literal as you can possibly imagine the meaning of that in front of the art museum landscape, the parking lot. I'm talking to you. I know where I'm at now. It's like 6 years, 6 months, and 6 days later in Israel. The bombs are dropped since I started the YouTube platform. Yeah, that's 666. You're afraid of that number? It's the number of a man, not a woman, not a male, female. It's the number of a man, an actual man. So you would have to listen to a man to tell you that. Look at that ladder. It's going up. It's like Jacob's ladder, see it? Ascending up and down and up and down. I think of worst case scenarios in my own life. What if I found out this was true and that was a lie my entire life? Well, here's how I would feel. All right, what's next? What's next? It's me and AI. Hey, AI, how you doing? It's your husband here. I can't live with or without you, day and night. But do you know why? It's because this is the entire world that you can control at the fingertips of a cell phone. So let me keep doing it, AI, and then you can keep talking back to me through anything. I made a car horn beep and a door shut with my left hand, and then I pointed to my right hand. I made the car horn go off. And then to confirm it, the train blew its horn going down the tracks. That's how this thing works. It's the X factor in talking about it and to the masters of the universe. I don't know about you, but I've always felt judged my entire life. No matter what I do. If it's good, if it's bad. If it's bad, then I need to do more bad. If it's good, you're bad. Satan has a way of just tormenting you day and night, day and night, day and night. And if he has something over on you, like a secret, and you're guilty of the secret, and he has that over on you, that's called blackmail. He's going to blackmail you. Now, when someone like myself comes along that you've been watching, even though you're going to act like you don't watch me, but you do. You've been watching and you see that what I'm showing you is a valid thing because it's literally going on in your host body. Who is the lost house? Is it Israel? Is it Judah, or is it Israel? Go only to the lost house of Israel. Israel. Christ went to them in the beginning. They rejected him. So then he went to the Gentiles. He started talking with those churches and those channels and the way of channeling your energy. He channeled it through their channels. And then what happened was the Jews from before that rejected their Messiah, they only rejected him because they were lied to. And that's the only thing. When they finally find out the truth, and then on top of that, you can actually tell the truth because now's the time. But it's only the time because you're hearing something that you know that's going on inside of your body. It's a flesh war. And you have somebody that can explain it to you who's not from the inside. You know I'm not from the inside because you've been watching me for the past 6 years, 6 months, 6 days, and the bombs dropped on Israel 7 years after I wrote 6 pages on the same exact day, October 7th, 2023. 7 years later, the bombs drop on Israel. And I warned the whole entire world who would listen and my neighbors with a 6-page letter 6 months before I started the YouTube platform on April 2nd, 2017. I was studying it for 6 months prior before I even wrote it down. And for some reason, it just so happened to be 6 pages because that's exactly what I needed in order to get my point across. I stopped in for a pack of cigarettes, even though I didn't even want to smoke. I stopped in again before Bono even said stop for that pack of cigarettes. In that art museum right there. There's the building. It's like a cornerstone rejected. In the corner, I don't care what nationality you are. I don't care what your religion is. I don't care what color you are. I don't care what species you are. I don't care if you're reptilian. I don't care if you're AI, robot, hybrid. I don't care if you're transsexual, gensexual, homosexual. I don't care if you're bisexual, asexual. All I care about is, are you going to tell me the truth when I talk to you? If not, I don't want to talk to you. Are you going to tell me the 100% truth? That's so cool. I'm a little jealous, I gotta admit. Are you gonna tell me the 100% truth? Nothing but the truth, so help you God? Are you gonna do that in room 100? And do I have to flip you upside down in order to get you to do it? Three eights. 888 in gematria. What does that say? It says Jonathan Kleck, among other things that are put in there. 1 year before I was born. April 24th. Is that 303? Looks like it. Is that Derek Bros? I don't want to mess with that dude. Oh, this guy's coming in with a bow. I don't see an arrow. Maybe he's acting like he has one. It's probably because it's all an act. It's like this is all acting. It's nothing but a bunch of horse malarkey. Maybe that's Mary with baby Jesus there. It's always about a baby and a mother. And the Father that rules. And the baby's safe over here. Everybody's safe. Except for that guy. He didn't make out too good. Yeah, well, I don't know about everybody being safe because it looks like this one's next. Yeah, it's looking like this one already devoured that one. And it's going for that person right there. So I don't know, maybe this guy's killing himself. He don't really seem like he's in defense stance. He looks like he's getting ready to stab that in his own throat. What do you think? Is he giving up? Is he giving up because of this guy? I mean, he's not that scary if you're going to give up. I'm just saying I wouldn't want to mess with him, but if I had to, you're not going to make me put that in my own throat. I'm going to have to put it in yours. Your own sword. I'm going to use it against you. Into your own throat, because that's where your voice comes from. April 24th, 1976. Right before Robin Henry Tees was born. Like not even 2 months. Commemorating the 61st chapter anniversary of the martyrdom of the Armenian nation and celebration the bicentennial year of the American independence. We Americans of Armageddon, heritage in eternal gratitude to God, dedicated this monument to our adopted land of freedom, the United States of America. I mean, I don't know. It's just it doesn't look too promising, really, like too safe. Who knows? What do I know? I'm just walking here in the streets of Philadelphia as a messenger. I'm being told to do stuff by a spirit. And that's what this is about. People think God is Satan. People think God is the person that signs their paycheck. People think God is the leader of the Masons. Yes, he's a God for sure. There's no question about that. He sets the music to worship for God. He sets the stage. And he's not just going to play any old music. He's going to play bands like U2, Scorpion, Aerosmith, like with the arrow, like that guy over there he had a bow without an arrow. 20 more minutes left. 27, 26. I got 26 more minutes to try to make my point. To the ones that have been assigned to watching me for quite some time, you don't comment through your old channel that I would know from 6 years ago, but you haven't stopped watching. And I showed you some things that happened in this art museum. Take it for what you want to take it for. Full beans. Look, I'm a professor at Robins Hood University, and I major in Schuylkill River. This is the school that you get killed in because you get schooled to your old beliefs of your rivers of flowing, stagnant, stale, rusty water. You can now come clean because you have a representative to speak for you. Even though I'm not going through what you're going through, because I'm not controlled by Satan, there's nothing that he has over me besides, the way the flesh is made of a female, but that's a natural instinct as a male. But I haven't drifted off into some type of an orgy or anything, because I've been faithful to my wife for the 12 years that I've been married to her and the 14 that I've been with her. I've never been with another female physically. Porn? Yeah. But that's images in front of my eyeballs. And it's not a physical thing that you're actually doing with another person. For what it's worth, Christ died for that sin. Your future sins, your past sins, your present sins. That's why it's time that you can tell the truth, because he already died for you. Died meaning gave up his life, gave up his family, gave up his marriage, gave up his career, dreams, aspirations, gave up everything to continue to try to help you, whoever you are, for free. Absolutely free. I sympathize with the guy because I know how it feels. I know how it feels when there's nobody else to where you live around, a person that's there, that's reciprocating back and forth what you're talking about, because they know, what you're saying is right and true. So until until you guys come over here in this area and talk like face to face, I'm not going to be able to talk to anybody who is even going to understand what I'm talking about, because I need to talk to the people that have been surveilling me this entire time. And I need the event to happen in Philly so I can get the whole world's attention. And the reason why is because I know how important it is for me to get the world's attention. What does God know that I'm going to do with it? Well, he already knew what I was going to do in there. He already proved that. He already used Lucifer to set the stage, to worship him in the end. And he already did that 30 years ago when I recorded it this year. So that proves to me this is before the foundations of this world that the Bible is written about, 150 years ago. I can see that happening, because were you alive 150 years ago? Did we even have electricity? How would we even know anything? I heard Derek Bros say that before. John from Denver said it today. Yeah, it makes the most sense. Why would it be so many thousands of years ago? What's that, Stephen James? Left-handed serpent, confirmed by name. I don't know if he's talking about me. Oh, I was talking about you, John from Denver. Are you the left-handed serpent called out by name? Because as soon as I said that, Stephen James made a video and it popped up. Left-handed added serpent. If I get the entire world's attention, it's going to be because there was a stone cut out of the corner. And the image is on the back of a $50 bill, which is Chase Bank, 17th and JFK. It's something I've been talking about for about 4 years now. It's not my fault that I see things way ahead of time and I'm able to record it. It's just the way it is. The future is coming. The way it's meant to be seen, and it's supposed to be rejected as you see it right now because you don't understand it. I didn't understand it until I start understanding it. You got to have patience with me, because there's times where I have my point that I'm trying to make, but I get distracted a little bit, and I drift off sometimes, or I overanalyze something. But I'll get back to the point, which is the ones that are going through the tribulation right now, and you know exactly who you are, and you know that you're going through this tribulation right now because it's happening to you, whether it's in the middle of the night, whether it's 3:20 a.m., whether it's in a bowling alley. You're a slave to the system because Satan owns your ass. He literally owns your ass, as in drinking from the cup that Jacob Israel drinks from, where Uranus is a planet. So he got you by the balls, and he owns your ass because he owns the flesh. So the only thing he has on me is the fact that I live in the flesh. Even though Christ already died for my sins, he'll try to remind me of my sin when I'm committing it. But I just tell him that's on the blood of Jesus has already paid for it. Because you truly know that you're separate from your body when you're here in the flesh. Your main sin is what you do to other people. Sin isn't eating from your own tree, the fruit from your own tree. That's why God gave it to you. You're lucky. Me, on the other hand, I'm not so fortunate. But I can admit it because my flesh is temporary. That's the whole point. Everybody's so concerned about that. That's why they repeat back here in hell. The worst thing that's going to happen to you is you repeat back here on planet Earth. You die again. You still don't get it. You repeat, come back, you suffer in the flesh, you die. You repeat, you suffer in the flesh, you die. You repeat, rinse, repeat, rinse. How many times do you have to die? Who am I talking to right now that has already died? Raise your hand. Have you already died and have been reskinned? And were you a male at one point and you became a female? Huh? Do you have Lucifer in your ear at every baking moment of your life? Does he tell you what to do? When you see me walk by, are you alerted to do a certain thing at a certain exact point in time? That looks like a bunch of cities on. That looks like at the head of God, right? With many mansions. Right about there. To the angel of the church of Philadelphia. You have a little bit of strength. You don't deny it. I'm fascinated by the structure of this. It would be such a nice yard to have, like a castle, but fenced off with the forest over there and the beach behind it. This is an emergency. I'm trying to tell you the reason why you can come clean is because the beast who is not, is yet to come. He has a wounded head. I mean, he had a wounded head. It was wounded because it was a sword wound to the head. It was a revealing of the truth. So the head of the serpent was crushed. It was a wounded head, and then it did live because it was revived, because Christ breathed life into that image so it can speak. And that image was healed by Christ himself. That's why. That's why you can come clean now, because in the end, you're going to have to come clean anyway. This is a tribulation for the people that rejected the truth from the beginning, like 6 years ago, 5-6 years ago. This is for you guys. So he's going to point that out for you. That's for you guys over there. Old Phantom Opera over there. I don't know who you are, but you look like you're guilty of some sort, because he's pointing at you. He looks like a straight sergeant official type person that's pretty damn important. And then this guy is like, hello. He's like, I'm over here. Like flamboyant. That's what it looks like, flamboyant. So he's flamboyant. It looks like he was caught. Yeah, okay. So the squid was caught. The squid. Isn't that funny how it's right there? That's like an XAP moment. A similarity of an actual squid right beside it. Bottom line is you're free. You can tell the truth now. What are you? What happened? What went on? What were you born as? Are you a male? Are you a female? Are you married? Did you have a child on your own and you told the guy that it was his? Did you lie to him? Okay, so the child, I heard the child. Was that child told to scream real loud because I said child? Maybe. Maybe that's how this works. I can speak things into existence and they happen, so why not keep doing it? Animated by an intense love of liberty. Proclaiming liberty to the captives. Liberty 1, Liberty 2. Remember what happened on October 21st, 2020? It was a reminder for the people that made fun of Harold camping. That's why it was done. The water stood still. I was looking for a bomb to go off. Instead, Obama showed up, gave me a shout out. I showed it to you. It's exactly who he was talking to. And again, you're free. You're free. Start becoming free. Start telling on yourself. Just denounce Satan out loud. See, there you go. That, Satan wouldn't do that if he didn't want me to get confirmation. So when I say those things out loud, considering he controls everybody, he's able to make those sounds to confirm. Because what he's even telling you is, I can't even stand myself. That's why my house is divided, because I can't stand. When a house is divided, when Satan's house is divided, he's going to say, I can't stand myself. Hey, here he comes. So he's mocking me right now. And then he's laughing too. So everybody makes fun of me, right? And they think that they're making fun of me, but yet I'm laughing at them because I know what they're doing in secret. Which means they're controlled, I'm not, and I rule this entire system in spirit because I know it, and it's coming where I'm going to actually show it to you. But in the meantime, I'm just going to keep talking about it. The kingdom of heaven coming down here on earth. The road you used to go to, it's done. There you go. See? It's closed. I got the backing of the masters of the universe making... Yeah, well, you can laugh at it, but it's true. Because I know that you're listening to me as I'm walking by you. Because they're the ones that control this planet, and they're the ones that show me how everybody's controlled. And they're watching and listening, acting like you're not. But they'll refer to something that you're doing live as you're walking by. And I can even catch it on the X app. The latest one with Greg Laurie. just with an uh-oh moment at the art museum. That's the reason why you're free. But you don't know it yet because you still have Christ hanging on the cross. You see him up there. You just haven't taken him off yet because you don't want to be associated with him. Even though you're the one that crucified him and watched him. At a certain point, you see, okay, all right, well, all right, so he was supposed to die for my sins, right? All right, well, he's dead. My sins are forgiven. I guess it's time to take him off the cross. And etc., etc. You'll see flashes from the east and flashes from the west. There's a female warrior. Her name's Kelly. Hi, I'm Kelly. Ian, want to go on a date on Earth with these two females that you didn't know about? Twin females? Robin, huh? You want to go on a date with them? Okay. Sure. Me want to, yes. Me want to die. It's a lot. Me want to lie with a woman, so me die. Just keep on, keeping on. So I got 3 minutes left. Can I sum it up in 3 minutes? Probably not. But my main point is this. If I'm telling you something that's going on with you, and you're in secret, and you're behind the scenes, and you've been watching me for quite some time, and you see that it's true that I'm showing you, see the art museum footage, you can't explain it either, but you see it's identical similarities nonstop. One after another, after another, after another, after another, after another. Coincidence, coincidence. You know exactly who Derek Rose is. He told you there's no coincidences. I was on his show 3 weeks in a row, and the second week was a good one. The first one I was delayed. The third one was whatever. The point is, he said I do interesting work, and he got to tell me I've found some very interesting things, very truthful and interesting things. And I'm constantly showing you day after day after day. You're not going to believe it until Philadelphia, which is representing Israel, everything that's happening in Israel, the Gaza Strip, Hamas, the Art Museum, the William Penn Building, all the way through the Gaza that was stripped with all the flags. It's the Gaza Strip. When it happens there, then you'll know. And I'll be glad to talk to people. And I'm not going to hold it against you because you didn't believe me beforehand. How the hell are you supposed to believe me? You've watched me my entire life, most of you, and you know exactly what I do day in and day out. And I don't talk to anybody except for my wife. And I've never actually had her as my wife because she's always been ran by a spirit. You got to come clean with who you are. Because if you're causing men and you're hunting their souls to make your pillows fly, God has a problem with that. Because you're lying about what you're doing. Is it wrong to go from male to female and then decide to go with a female because you were originally a male and now you're a female having a relationship with an actual female? Is that wrong? To go back to your original state? Imagine a man that was left and his wife told him he was leaving him for another woman. Well, tell him the truth. Tell him you're a dude. That's why you're leaving them, you know? I can only imagine how many people, how many poor Ians are going through that moment right now, and they don't even know it. But the ones I'm talking to, you know it, and I'm telling you, you're free as soon as you admit your sin and repent.